One of my interests in the world as Mahdi Shaheeb Sher is Muslim America. I do think we have kind of Muslim America in the world. I think that it's very much drawn from its history with Christopher Columbus and Queen Isabella of Spain, which kind of occupied Muslim Spain. I think we had the Arabs and Muslim Spain, and we had Queen Isabella of Spain around about 1500, the same time as Christopher Columbus. And I think the interesting thing about Christopher Columbus is that he kind of navigated a great ocean, and I think that he did that with obedience to Queen Isabella. And I think, in my opinion, Queen Isabella was a Muslim. I think that's what she was, because she draws a heritage from 100 years of Muslim Spain. So I think Queen Isabella does have a lot of Muslim influence, culture, history, background and tradition. And I think this influenced Christopher Columbus in his navigation to America. And I think if you look at how America is constructed in its composition, it does have similar aspects to the Muslim world. If you compare America to the Muslim world, it has very similar aspects to the Muslim world, very similar culture, very similar traditions. You can see that America is serious about money like Muslims are. They also like apple trees like Muslims do. They have very similar serious behavior like Muslims. It could be identical behavior to Muslims. So I think Americans do behave like Muslims, and they have this culture of a preoccupation of money and seriousness about money. They have the Big Apple in New York, which is like Mecca, Apple Mecca in New York, in America, Apple Mecca in America. That's what New York is. So I think we do have Mecca in Arabia, and we have Apple Mecca in America, and I think they have the same seriousness about money that Muslims and Jewish people have, due to their tradition of religious circumcision and culture. It makes them very serious about money, and I think that Muslim people and religious people have a serious nature towards money, and I think Americans have kind of borrowed this culture and seriousness about money. And I think that if there is a comparative study between Americans and Muslims, you can see that there is a rich culture of money and a seriousness about money that develops America as it is. It's kind of like wells and skyscrapers, wells of gold coins and skyscrapers. It's about profiteering, maybe through trade, caravans, trade ships and piracy. But I think that America draws perhaps 60% of its culture from the Muslim world, from Muslim Spain, from Queen Isabella and Christopher Columbus. I think all of their gold prospecting, their cultivation with friendship with Native Americans is kind of similar to how Muslims invade and conquer foreign lands through imposition of tax, collection, and friendship and trade cultivation. It's kind of like camel caravans throughout the world, but with wooden ships, not camels. And I think that this kind of tendency of conquering lands through trade and caravans is kind of very much like the wealth cultivation that Muslims kind of impose. I think Spain is pretty much how America is. It's kind of like Spain and America. So that's my view of Muslim America. Thank you very much.